reason I'm here today is to share 6 questions investors are asking about Timeless Aero-City here in Elerangbe. The answer to this question is that this property you're seeing comes with the governor's consent, that the deed of assignment that covers this entire land has been registered with the government. Now it means that the governor is aware of that transaction, hence that document, that title, governor's consent. Now this road you're seeing is going to connect the regional roads. It's going to take you from Ibeju-Lekki to Aja, to Badoro in Aja. They're going to take you from Ibeju-Lekki to Freedom Way in Lekki. That shows access. Now, when government is creating a road to give access, it means that the value of property within that location will skyrocket. First of all, you need to check within yourself. Does this estate fit your preference? Is it what you want to buy? The Bible said, if a man wants to build, you need to first of all calculate the cost. So you need to first of all calculate the cost. First of all, know if this is what you want, know the square meter you want to buy, and then know if you're going to do outright or installment plan. You need to understand the documentation. Ladies and gentlemen, after the last video I did here at Timeless Aero-City, I had a lot of questions. I had tons of questions investors were asking before subscribing to Timeless Aero-City here in Elerangbe. But before I proceed, today is your first time coming across my channel, I'd like you to please click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell so that you'll be updated whenever we post new videos on this channel. So the reason I'm here today is to share 6 questions investors are asking about Timeless Aero-City here in Elerangbe. So I had to itemize those questions because those questions were sent to me via WhatsApp. So I had to bring them out and then share with as many investors that have been interested in this property and didn't know how to go about it. So I believe these questions, you can also gain 1 or 2 informations from the answers I'm going to give from the questions that were asked by investors. So it's like I said, if today's your first time of coming across my channel, please click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell so that you'll be updated whenever we post new videos on this channel. So the first question an investor asked me, he said, Collins, where exactly is Timeless Aero-City and what makes this location important? He said, where exactly? He said, Collins, where exactly is Timeless Aero-City and what makes this location very, very important? Now, the number 1 answer is, the answer to this question is, Timeless Aero-City is located in Elerangbe. Elerangbe is in Ibeju-Lekki, in the beautiful city of Ibeju-Lekki. And Elerangbe is the location where we're going to have the proposed Lekki International Airport. And that's why this location is important. A lot of people are buying properties on this axis. One of the major reasons because of the airports. That is why so many people are subscribing to properties within this location, and that's why a lot of people have subscribed to Timeless Aero-City because it is close to the proposed Lekki International Airport. That's, I believe I've answered the first question. Now the second question I got from another investor in diaspora. He said, what documentation does this estate have? I've explained it in my previous video. Now the answer to this question is that this property you're seeing comes with the governor's consent. Governor's consent. It means that the deed of assignment that covers this entire land has been registered with the government. Now it means that the governor is aware of that transaction, hence that document, that title, governor's consent. So that governor's consent is peace of mind. It's one of the best titles in real estate. So Timeless Aero-City has governor's consent. Now when you subscribe, let me go a bit further. When you subscribe to this estate, you get a deed of assignment. Our deed of assignment comes with a indemnity clause that says peradventure anything happens to that land you're buying, you will be compensated. And now not just the deed of assignment alone, our contract of sales come with indemnity clause that says peradventure anything happens to the land you're buying, you will be compensated. So our contract of sale comes with indemnity clause and our deed of assignment comes with indemnity clause. You're also going to get a registered survey, not provisional survey, a registered survey that captures the number of plots you are buying. You also get an acknowledgement letter, and you get, of course, the receipt of payment and your allocation letter. So those are the documents you're going to get when you subscribe to this estate. Now let me go a bit further. Some people might still want to ask, what if I make initial deposit? Let's say I make initial deposit for this land and I've not finished making the entire payment. What document will I get? Of course, you are going to get a contract of sale. Get your receipt acknowledgement letter, and a contract of sale. So that contract of sale is a document that's going to protect your interests, to show that there's a transaction between you and the company. So I believe I've given you more insights to that question. Now, number 3 question I got from a lady in diaspora. That number 3 question, she said, I will not mention their name for security reasons, but I am going to mention, okay, the question says, why should I buy now when the estate has just been recently launched? That's a very good question. You say, why should I buy now when the estate was just recently launched? Now, this estate was just launched barely 1 week. And if I tell you the massive inquiries we've gotten, if I tell you the subscriptions we have gotten, and this estate is divided into 2 clusters. We have the area where we have lands, and we also have the area where we'll be having buildings, apartments. Now, the part where we're going to have lands, we only have limited plots, residential plots, commercial plots. Even the commercial plot is not much, so we just have few plots available now, plus subscription we got, so we now have limited plots available. That's why you need to subscribe now. And apart from subscribing now, we have started, if you watch my previous video, you can see that where I interviewed the engineer on site, where the perimeter fencing, where the gatehouse was ongoing, and the gates. So as soon as it is completed, I'm going to give a detailed update on the entire estate to show you the gatehouse construction, the drainage within the estate, the earth road. I'm going to give you details. So when that is done, there's going to be a price review. So I mentioned it on my previous video that in a few weeks there's going to be a price review. So that is why you need to subscribe to this estate. Even though the estate was recently launched, this is the best time to subscribe. There will be a price review, and there are so many people that have subscribed to this property. So the number 4 question I got again, an investor was asking, is the airport the only reason you are recommending this estate? Okay, that's a very good question. Is the airport the only reason you are recommending this estate? Okay, that's a very good question. Now, the estate is not the only reason I'm recommending this estate. Now, when we're coming from this Elerangbe road, you can see there are lots of estates. Just this road you're seeing now, there are lots of estates aligning on this road. Now, this road you're seeing is going to connect the regional roads. It's going to take you from Ibeju-Lekki to Aja, to Badoro in Aja. They're going to take you from Ibeju-Lekki to Freedom Way in Lekki. That shows access. Now, when government is creating a road to give access, it means that the value of property within that location will skyrocket. So that's another reason why, as a smart investor, when government is opening or building infrastructure in the location, that's another reason why you need to invest apart from the airport. Now, apart from the airport, I also mentioned in my previous video that the government is creating a road from Sangotedo Aja via Omo Creek into Elerangbe. Now, creating a road alone, that infrastructure alone, should create that urgency in you to make you understand that something big is happening here. So that's another reason why you need to subscribe to this property. And to crown it all, this estate you're seeing has a potential of giving you over 300% return on investment in less than 1 year. That is another reason why you need to invest in Timeless Aero-City here in Elerangbe. Now, I got another question, number 5 question. An investor asks, what is the development situation of this estate? Oh, I guess this investor, maybe they saw the first video I did that says 5 reasons why I recommend this estate. If you have watched the second video I did where I interviewed the engineer on site, where he gave us details, talked about the structural, how the gatehouse is going to be done, you can see that we're intentional. Even the way the engineer was speaking, you can see that he's somebody that is intentional about giving us top-notch infrastructure. So you can see that we ain't joking here. We are working assiduously hard to deliver on our promises. So you can see the work has started. We're going to do the earth road, like I mentioned before. We're going to do the drainage, lights, street lights, everything will be done here. So all this infrastructure is taking shape. By 1 week from now, you're going to see a visible change from now. So that shows that we are very intentional on what we are doing here at Timeless Aero-City. Now, number 6 question, it says, an investor asks, he said, I want to buy. What should I do before subscribing to this estate? That's a very good question. He said he wants to buy. But he said if I want to buy, not I want to buy. He said, if I want to buy, what should I do before subscribing to this estate? Very good question. Now, first of all, you need to be sure that this estate is what you want. Because I've done several videos on this estate. I've given recommendation. I've recommended this estate. Why this estate is the best within this location. First of all, you need to check within yourself. Does this estate fit your preference? Is it what you want to buy? Do you want to? Are you sure that you are intentional about buying a property that is very close to the airport? Just like why so many people are buying this property. You need to be very sure. Check within yourself if this property is what you want. That's number one. And number two, we have installment plan. And you need to also, first of all, you know what the price of this property is. We have several packages. We have 200 square meter, 300 square meter, and 500 square meter. So you want to know which of the square meter fits your budget. And you also need to know the installment plan that also fits your budget. So Bible said something. The Bible said, if a man wants to build, you need to first of all calculate the cost. So you need to first of all calculate the cost. First of all, know if this is what you want, know the square meter you want to buy, and then know if you're going to do outright or installment plan. That is another one. And number three, again, you need to know if you want to subscribe. What you need to do before you subscribe is you need to understand the documentation. This property comes with a governor's consent. It means that the deed of assignment for this land you're seeing is registered, and the government and the governor is aware of that transaction. The governor's consent is a registered title, and it's one of the biggest titles in real estate. So you need to be aware of the title, and then those are the things you need to watch out. And then if you are not available in diaspora, if you're not comfortable with the video you have seen so far, if you have relatives that you trust, although some people might not want to share real estate investment with their relatives, it depends on you. If you feel you're not comfortable with the videos you have seen online that I've shown you, you want to send a relative, they can also come and physically inspect the land to be sure if this is what you want before you subscribe. And also, the last one is make sure you ask me for the estate layout so that you can know the plots, the position where the plot you are buying is located, and to also check if that plot you have selected on the estate layout fits what you want on ground. It's the same thing you selected on the layout is what you are going to be allocated. That is what I feel you need to check before subscribing. So I believe I've answered all the 6 questions that was asked by investors that are intentional about this estate. So I'm sharing these questions so that as many investors who might also have the same question watch this video and understand what this property is all about. So let me give you a little details of this property again. Like I said, this property we have the installment package available. So the 200 square meter, 300 square meter, and 500 square meter. Governor's consent and title, good title. So this is the best time to subscribe to this property. So give me a call. I've done several videos on this estate. You can check the description of this video and then see more details on this property. Give me a call. WhatsApp me so I can help you reserve plots here at Timeless Aero-City in the beautiful city of Ibeju-Lekki. See you at the top. Thank you.